Welcome everybody back. Episode 3, Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's get right into this. So we left off at the trade deadline, and we said that we weren't really going to make any trades. However, I have found a trade that should go through. Hopefully it does. It looks pretty enticing for both teams. So Spezza, as we all know, he's on our second line at 81 overall, 36 years old. So that's not too good. He does have 87 faceoffs, so he should be taking faceoffs, but it's too bad. He's 36 years old. He's about to retire. So I'm thinking that we could trade away Spezza. And for the player who we are trading away, being Spezza, we're going to get back a pretty similar player at a much younger age with a little bit more potential. So we are sacrificing the +3 on the second line. However, we are going to get someone similar to Kerfoot, maybe even a little bit better. So the trade that I was looking at doing, if we go over to them, so let's insert, where is he? Let's see here, Spezza, there we go. And the trade that we were looking at going for is Colorado Avalanche. They aren't doing too hot. And it's going to be Tyson Jost, host, most, lost, whatever the hell you want to say. Tyson Jost. So he's not going to be a face-off taker, even though he's listed as a center. And he's going to be a two-way forward, so he could possibly play on the third line instead of Kerfoot. So Kerfoot could move up, being that center that he is. So we'll see where he goes, and if this trade goes through. Obviously, it's not going to go through like that, and we don't really have too many draft picks to give him, not having a first or a third, and not having a third next year. So what I was thinking of doing was going for a prospect. However, we don't really have too many good prospects either. So then that got me thinking. I was like, well, I really don't want to keep Spezza anymore. Try to get trade value for him before he retires. So might as well just go for draft picks because we are making playoffs and we're a champion team. So I was going for the second, and obviously leaving it like that, that's not going to go through still. Especially since Spezza is going to retire, most likely, and Jost is a prospect, and he's not going to retire. The only thing is we have to re-sign him. Now, the thing is, I was thinking about it, I was like, well, shit, I mean, we don't really have any other draft picks, we don't really have any other prospects, even goaltender prospects we don't really have. I thought about it, and to be honest, next year's second's not going to really kill us. We're not going to have a second or a third for next year, but Jost is definitely going to make up for that. So this is the trade that we came up with. We're going to see if it goes through. It should. Let me know what y'all think about it. So let's see if it goes through. And it does not. So at this point, I don't think we're going to get Jost, to be honest. I thought that looks pretty much like it would go through, and it doesn't. So we don't really have any other prospects to give him either to compensate for it. I mean, we could go for Robertson, 18 years old. Yeah, we could try Robertson instead. Let's get rid of the second here. Let's see if that goes through. If this doesn't go through, we're not doing the trade. All right. So I thought the 2 seconds would go through. Apparently not. Easy trade difficulty, and they don't accept it. So let's see if this goes through. It should. And there it goes. All right. This seems like a sweet proposal on our end. So on behalf of the Colorado Avalanche organization, I accept. So let me know what y'all think about that trade. I did explain to you why I want to get rid of Spezza. I mean, he does have more points, but he is old. He's going to retire. I want to get trade value for him. So that's why we did that, and hopefully Jost fits in somewhere. So two-way forward, it's going to give us a +1. So Kerfoot does fit up He does have 83 faceoffs, and Jost only has 74. But Kerfoot being 25, he's getting the job done. He's going to be a playmaker as well, so that's going to work out. We could put Jost up there to give us a two-way forward sniper playmaker with Nylander, but I just don't think personally that it'll work out the best because of the +3. And Jost is a third line scoring forward. He has, pretty decent amount of points, 32 points on Colorado. So he was scouted on the third line, and now he's with us. He's going to be playing third line time. Maybe we're going to sim up a few weeks to look at what he's done for us, and then he might go into the second line. So let me know what y'all think about that trade, and we're just going to continue simming. So that's the only trade we were going to make. We weren't even really going to make a trade until I took a second look at Jason Spezza, and I just really wanted to get trade value for him. So we're going to sim up to the 15th here, give Jost a few games to play. So trade deadline, yep, already did that. No. So 7-0 loss, 5-2 loss. I don't know what that was. Overtime loss, win, shootout loss. So we're gonna stop it right there. Okay, overtime. So 2. So 2, 2, and 2. So the way we're looking at it right now, in our last 6, we're 2, 2, and 2. So let's take a look at Jost already. I know I was going to go a little bit further, but 2, 2, and 2 is not looking too hot. So Jost for us, he's gotten 3 points in 6 games, so that's not too bad. Kerfoot, we can't really see how he grew. So let's just try it out by doing that and see where that takes us. If that takes us a little bit further, then we'll see. We'll go 6 games again. Why not? Make it fair. And then see if it works out. I mean, we're still making playoffs, so let's see how it goes. Hopefully Jost gets a little bit better. So 1-6. So up to the 22nd. So let's see. That's a loss. That's a win. A loss. A win. A loss. Gravel with an X strain. That should be in the minors. I'm going to just do replace player. So we went 2, 3, and 1 this time. So I think maybe Jost on the third line will be a little bit better. So let's see. Let's see if he got better. So he had 3 points in 6 games. So, okay, 3 points in 6 games again. So doesn't really make a difference. However, he's just not going to be helping out that second line too much with his scoring abilities. So we're just going to put him back down onto the third line. Hopefully he helps out defensively a little bit and see where it takes us from there, because his shot's decent. His defensive awareness, 86, so he's got that defensive power. So let's put him on the third line there and give that +3. So we'll see how that takes us. Kerfoot is a little bit better on the defensive side, but he is a playmaker. So we'll continue like this, see what happens with Jost. But right now, the way it's looking, going 4, 5, and 3, it's not looking too good. But Montreal is going to be our last game. Let's just sim up to the playoffs here. See how we're looking. That's a loss. It's a win. Gravel's back. Pretty sure it's a minors. Just going to take a look. Yep, so best lines here. So very good. That's another win. to win. Qualify for playoffs, tied with Lightning. That's another win. That's an OT loss. And that's a loss as well. Okay. So let's take a look at Tyson Jost, see how he performed for us. Squeaky chair. So Tyson Jost, 44 points in 80 games. For us, however, he did 12 points in 19 games, so not too bad. Could have been better, but, we did take away his time being on the third line. So we'll see how he grows. Hopefully he grows a little bit better for us. But that's basically all we can do. So Advanced Days, who we're playing in the playoffs. All right, so the Boston Bruins. All right, let's go over team stats and whatnot. Player stats we'll go in a little bit more depth into as well. So we finished off 9th in the league. 9th in the league with 99 points, tied with Pittsburgh. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. I don't know why I just backed out. I want to go over player stats. So Nylander, point per game on the second line. Very good. Marner with 74 points. Tavares with 73. Matthews with 66 on the first line. That's not good. That's not good at all. We might have to move him down to the second line next year if he doesn't grow to like a 91 or something. So, because getting 66 points in the first line, it's not acceptable in my opinion. Riley Kerfoot, he played on the third line most of the year, moved up to the second line after the trade deadline. 46 points, very good. Hyman, 44. Jost, 44. He only got the 12 with us, though. So, Barry with 42. Kapanen, 40. On the first line, again, not acceptable. We're going to have to take a look next year, see how we shake up the lines. Andreas Johnson, 35, Muzzin, 29, Dermott, 13, CC, 13, Gauthier, 10, Sandin, 10, Clifford, 9, Mikheyev, 9, and that's about it. Malgin got 3 points in 5 games. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Squeaky chair, can you please calm down? Thank you. So those are the stats. Let's take a look at the Boston Bruins team, what we're going to be facing in the first round. So view lines. The Boston Bruins, we got DeBrusk, Bergeron, Pasternak. All right, so they do not have Marchand year one, so he might be injured here. Marchand might be injured. Second line, we got Ritchie, Krejci, Coyle. Not too bad. Nordstrom, Corrali, Bjork. And then Brendan Gaunce, Marcus Kruger, and Brett Ritchie. All right, so they got Brett Ritchie and Nick Ritchie. So our offense definitely is looking a little bit more powerful than theirs. They do have a pretty decent first line with Bergeron and Pasternak. If Marchand was in there, it'd be a lot better. Krug, McAvoy, Chara, Miller, Grzelcyk, Moore. So their defense is pretty much the same as ours. So defense, we're about tied. Goalies, they have Raskin with Halak. Pretty good there. So they got Marchand, Carlo, and Andre Cachet injured. So their offense can be a lot better than what it is. So we got to capitalize on their injuries, and hopefully we beat them offensively, because once those guys get back, they will produce a lot better. So that's the way the Boston Bruins are shaping out. And our lines, just to show you guys one more time, Kapanen, Matthews, Marner, so their first line's a little bit better. Second line, we got Nylander, Tavares, Kerfoot, Hyman, Jost, Johnson, Mikheyev, Gauthier, and Clifford. So their bottom six is pretty much the same as ours, but they have injuries, so we don't. So theirs is a little bit better. But our top six is pretty much the same. Defensively, looks like that. They about tied defensively. We have Dermott on the first line just for the +3, and he's younger. So that's why we have that. Their top 6 defense is better than ours as well, especially since Carlo's injured too. And then goalies, starting goaltender is pretty much the same, and backup goaltender, they have us beat with Halak being an 83 and Campbell here as an 81, and we have no injuries, so that's not good. So, the iconic rivalry versus the Boston Bruins, Toronto Maple Leafs, round 1. That's what we're going to be starting up next video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this one. Let me know what you think about that trade for Tyson Jost and Jason Spezza. If I overpaid, if I underpaid, or if it was fair value. Let me know in the comments down below. If you liked it, please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Adios.